Hey everyone, if you guys like the content, go and subscribe to the channel, click the bell notifications, and give the video a like or share. All right, you guys, welcome to the listening room. My name is Eddie Booz. I'm your host, and with me today is my amazing guest, incredible drummer. I actually had met this guy through a mutual friend, and he came to play drums for me at a random gig one time. I think it was a backyard party. And we played about 4 hours, and this guy absolutely killed it. We had a great time, me, him, and Mr. Rob Wheeler. And you guys have seen Rob on the show here, so I'd like to welcome today awesome drummer, Mr. Zachary Zoellner. How are you doing, brother?
What's up, everybody? How's it going? I'm Zach. How are you doing?
Good to see you, my man. Good to see you. Good to have you, man. So on the listening room, not sure if you've seen the show, but I like to start off every show, like I like to start my day off with a little bit of gratitude. So today, I am so happy and grateful for music. Yesterday, I said I was so happy and grateful for baseball, and I was recently thinking of things that I've been passionate about. And baseball is one of the things I was passionate about, and music also throughout my life has been, something that I've been passionate about as well. Extremely passionate about, actually. And music didn't really hit my life hard until I was in my late teens, actually. I was 16 years old when I saw my first concert, and then that's when I knew that was what I wanted to do. This is what I was going to do with the rest of my life. So I didn't really get to experience too much music growing up, but when I was in my teens and forward, it kind of took precedence, and that was kind of what was at the forefront of my life, and I'm very grateful for it. I think it's been beautiful. It's been a beautiful experience, learning how to play multiple instruments, and
Totally.
and singing and playing shows. And I remember thinking to myself when I saw my very first show, I was like, that's what I want to do right there, and then I'm on the stage at the House of Blues, a number of years later, about ready to play, and my first show at the House of Blues, and venues like the Whiskey, and then being on tour and bigger venues and stuff. It's real nice to get to experience that kind of growth,
Absolutely.
And as a musician. So today I'm so happy and grateful for music and all the aspects of music and everything that music brings with it to your life. So today, why don't you tell me one of the things you're grateful for, Mr. Zoellner?
Man, I am grateful I'm grateful for this God-given life we got, man.
Cool.
Where I'm at right now, that's what I'm grateful for.
I love it, dude. I absolutely love it. Yeah, the moment, the present moment,
Yes, sir.
and just being, present and experiencing, being existing.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I got it, dude. I absolutely I love that. Sometimes, when especially when you're not feeling that great, sometimes grounding yourself and just recognizing the moment, recognizing where you are in that moment, as something that can bring you back to kind of homeostasis and bring you kind of back to perspective.
And we're so lucky to have found something that we can ground ourselves with, like music.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. And music is not only so grounding because it brings you into the moment, but here's another thing too. So what I've talked about this on the show before with Kyle, but it puts you in what my dad would call a Zen state.
Oh, totally.
Or what Kyle would call a flow state.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Almost a meditative, drone.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you're just there.
You're literally one with the moment.
Absolutely.
You're literally
100%.
you're not thinking about what's going on later that night.
Nope.
You're not thinking about even what your hands and your feet are doing on the drum kit. You're literally just experiencing the moment, and you kind of almost step outside yourself and realize it's those beautiful moments that you can step outside yourself and be like, dude, this is awesome. My body's doing this. You know what I'm saying?
That's just where the preparation comes in for that, because when you're ready for that, if you're thinking about something like that, it's because you're not prepared for it. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly. it's experiences like that, and like all too often, I mean, you're never lucid going into them. You're never like thinking, I'm gonna go into a Zen experience right now. You just experience it, and then all of a sudden you're in the middle of it and you're experiencing this thing. It's funny talking about baseball. Actually, it's almost like closely like represent that to a baseball experience. When I was in center field, I playing center field, and tracking down a fly ball would be this experience that was just like, I mean, you're running after this thing. It's like, it's, if you're paying close enough attention to the pitcher and the batter, what happens is you're going to see as the ball leaves the pitcher's hand, the ball's coming in at a certain angle, and the batter's already turning and his hips are already rotating, and you can tell kind of, where he's going to hit the ball. So you're already off and running before the ball's even hit. And you kind of have to allow yourself to fall into these flow states to really allow this to happen. To be honest with you, because you can't force it. You can't be real conscious of it. You just have to kind of do it. And that's one of the things I love about music, is that you can just lose yourself in it so quick, so easy. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's just there for you.
Revert to zero and get in it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. So Zach, you've been a touring and studio drummer for about how many years now?
Oh man, I mean, like, I've been like out for like 5 since I've been here in LA, but I toured with other local bands before then, like regional stuff. I did one West Coast tour at one point, and then that's it. The last 5 years I've really hit it hard, I'd say. I did do one European tour when I was really young,
nice,
with a DJ. That was really cool.
That's dope.
That was super duper cool. But I was like 19. And
where did you come from? Like, where did you come to LA? Like, where did you move from?
I'm from Nebraska originally. I lived there for a long time, and toured with a band there for a while, and then moved out here and went to music school, and then I've just kind of really just hoard myself out, so to speak,
right,
since then.
Well, yeah, we all us musicians, we just tend to play, and hey, I mean, it's how you make a living down here.
Yeah.
In Southern California, when you're a musician, it's like, it's not a very easy thing to do. You have to kind of you have to really put your nose at a grindstone if you want to succeed and like make enough money to really support yourself as a musician. And you have to put yourself out there and play, different venues with different artists, and really kind of expand your horizons, so to speak.
Totally. And I think that's where touring is my favorite part of it, because I'm really not spending a ton of money on the road.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like playing, chilling out, doing my thing, but being at home playing the local gigs, man, wow. that's a trip, man.
Yeah, I always like playing the local shows too. I miss some of my regular venues actually a lot. I miss Tantalum a lot.
Oh, I remember when we played that.
Oh, did you sit in on Tantalum with me once?
Yeah. I brought my buddy Shep's Constantinople crash because somebody lifted my crash.
I remember that actually.
Exactly, and I didn't have that crash.
Like the night before, right? Yeah. Didn't we play like a run of shows like that week? Didn't we play like 3 or 4 shows that week?
I think we did. Yeah,
was that around Christmas?
I think it because there was like a Corvette show out front, so I don't remember.
I got you.
I remember from that day.
I got you.
Figure it out, but
right. Well, I don't know, man, but it's
Corvettes
been really.
And Christmas.
It's been So what's it? So tell me, like, what's it like as a drummer, being on like writing sessions with bands, or maybe in the studio, or and what's the difference between the two? Or is there a big difference between writing in the studio or writing when you're in a band, or is there or are the studio gigs more lined out for you? You got to come in and kind of do what they want already.
Exactly. Yeah. Like it's more like here's the tracks a week beforehand, get it done kind of thing.
Learn the exact notes.
Or what I like to do is I come in and I learn it exactly, right? And like sometimes I'll even chart it out, like just make sure I got that thing like locked in.
Right.
And then I'll say, hey, like, just to let you know, like if you like this is clean, cool. If not, here's another version I have, or hey,
I wrote these variations or whatever.
Hey, here's a frill coming into this chorus. Like if you want this thing, and then
very cool.
And then
kind of put your spin on it and kind of show them, hey, I added these cool little flares here and there.
Totally.
What do you think?
And then sometimes I'll even I got a lot of toys too, so I'll be like, I think it would be really cool to add a shaker here, or add claps here, or something like that. And people really dig that.
Of course. Well, too, another thing is I can imagine that being in being in the studio and working on one of those studio type gigs, I can imagine they'd be appreciative of the creativity of the input.
Yeah, because they're really just like top line people. You know
Absolutely.
What I mean? And to think from where does stuff fall rhythmically is really, I feel like, undermined sometimes, but not but appreciated when it's available. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean?
And appreciate it when it's highlighted. Sometimes it might not stand out to somebody else, but you go, oh, hey, check this out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We should put this little thing in here. You know what I mean?
Super nerdy stuff just to keep
just
it
random
on.
little things. You know what I mean? For instance, the little in Hotel California.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
there's a guitar that literally just does
yeah
through the entire song and doesn't actually play any chords or anything. It's just it's there for kind of a rhythmic, kind of little tiny little addition.
Yeah, or putting certain things in stereo. I love that. Oh, that's my favorite.
That's awesome, dude. So in studio you don't do too much writing. You kind of
I haven't really had an opportunity to do a lot of that recently, I would say. So.
Right. You do a little bit more elaborating when you're in studio. But as a band, when you're hanging out with the band, when you're in sessions with the band, do you find that usually one member of the band will bring an entire song and just be like, hey, I wrote these songs, why don't you just play it like this?
Usually there's a leader type setting, somebody's either the MD or somebody's the head writer in the band or the lead singer of the band or whatever, and they come in here's the tunes. Generally they'll give them to us beforehand because it's 2020 and it's hey, here's a click, here's a send kind of thing, or an idea of something. But a lot of times you get in there and that was one of the things I learned at MI. A big thing for that is they would have the performance things where you would get a song and you have to go in and play it with a band. A lot of times some of these guys don't take it as seriously, you know what I mean? So you have to either accompany to get to that, or they'll fire them and get somebody else, or this is the squad, we have the show in 2 days, we have to learn to play together as a band. And my job specifically, because it's not like melody, it's filling space, you know what I mean? I have to I have to play with different people different ways, you know what I mean? People bass players don't all assume the one at the same time, you know what I mean? Super deep pocket nerdy stuff, but yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, dude. Well, that's that's cool. I know. Actually, I'm looking over here in the comment section, and one of my Kenny DeFinga, he actually used to play keys for my band Half Ton, actually.
Sick.
And he used to play for Head PE before that, actually.
Oh, I bet he knows Anthony.
I'm sure
my buddy Tiny was with him forever.
Oh yeah. I'm sure he does. So we would have I would actually bring. Okay, so when I first got in the band, they were already a band and they had music. They had music that they had written, but and they had a lyricist before who had came in and wrote vocals, but they ended up parting with the guy. So I ended up writing lyrics to most of the stuff they already had. Dang. And that was the way it was in a couple bands that I had got into, and they already had music, and they said, hey, why don't you write some lyrics to some of these tunes we have already? So I did that, and then I would always start writing in the vein of whatever band I was in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I would always bring full songs. Every practice, I would try and bring a song or two.
Yeah, you're trying to adapt to the people around you, yeah.
Right, you know what I mean? And I would show them, and I just bring basic stuff, and then we would arrange and kind of, do transitions and certain things, and kind of develop things as a band.
Yeah.
And then we would also be at practice, and we would write as a band. There were multiple different styles of writing. We would literally write as a unit. Mike, our drummer, and Dan, our bass player, would start on a deep groove, a deep hard rock groove.
Okay.
And then Steve, our guitar player, would start in on something, and Kenny would patch something in. You know what I mean? And then I kind of start fucking around with some melodies and some lyrics and shit.
Just put stuff together.
Right, and it would start to develop. You know what I mean? And I'd be like, okay, loop that part, that little piece and this piece together, loop that, and then like just play that over and over again, and then I write lyrics to it like as they were okay, no, like go to the other part like where you guys got heavy right there before, like, you know what I mean, like, and then they'll play that, you know what I mean. So it's like we would do full band writing sessions, and then I would also write myself and then bring to the band as well, you know, and then as well I would also write to music they already had. So there were 3 different styles of writing that I've had with multiple different bands actually over the years, you know,
the evolution of like how you get a song from A to Z, you know what I mean, is so cool. Like even like on tours and stuff, like when I'm hired to play a set list for somebody, right, like by day 5 it is so much different than day 1, you know what I mean, because like everybody's kind of got their like groove, and then by day 30 you're all like,
it's perfect.
You're just like locked. Like, can we curse on this? Can we curse on this? You're locked the fuck in. You know what I mean?
Right.
So then, like, day 45, it's like, oh.
Right.
I mean,
you're like a zombie, but you're still playing everything perfectly.
And then you get like a day off, and then you're like, woo! I can do another 20 million days. Let's do it.
Right, I know. That's cool.
Great.
As long as I get a day off somewhere in there.
Yeah, just every like 45, maybe. Yeah, like 45-ish, I feel like is kind of like my personal, like if I can get, or at least if within that 45 I can have, or within like 30 to 45 I can have like a half a day of just hanging out, like in the van, on the bus, whatever, just like hanging. If I can just be by myself for like at least a little bit, like every 45 I'm cool. But
right on, man. That's cool. So, you know, now that we're here, we're talking about touring, being on tour. Why don't you tell me a little bit about, you know, one of your favorite shows that you ever played when you were on tour?
Oh man, there's so many. Oh man, like in my favorite show I've probably played. I played this place called Terminal 5 in New York City. It used to be called like it was either the Casio or the PlayStation Theater, one of the two. It's like a 3,000 cap venue, but it's like 3 tiers, right? So,
okay.
Like ground level, medium level,
upper balcony.
Yeah, and like all 3 are just fucking packed. Like,
nice, dude.
It's so bang. It's sold out show. We were on tour with the Kooks, and
nice.
And like I just like you just start that, like that first riff that I started on with I started the set. And like it's such like a upbeat thing, and people would just kind of just get it. And I remember just looking out at that show and just being like, "This is banging!" Like I love like the 3-tier thing. Like,
right.
It looked way bigger than it was. Like it was like 3,000 cap, but like it looked like way bigger because it
right.
was like 3 spiral walls of people. Like it was sick,
right.
Dude.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, it was a sick venue.
Did you ever have any shows on tour that like got shut down in the middle of the show for any reason?
Not really during one of my sets.
You didn't?
Not during one of my... Well, I mean, like, way back in the day. Not, like, recently. I'm talking, like DIY tours. You know what I mean? Like, when you're playing bathrooms with graffiti on the toilets.
Well, yeah.
Like, totally I've had those shut down. But, like recently, I haven't personally been... I've been on a couple, though, where, like, somebody's, like... stepped on a box and like lost power,
something like it. Yeah,
some bullshit like that, and like everybody just stops and like sprints
right.
to the stage, like all the touring package is just like,
that's funny.
Yeah, but it's ridiculous. So I guess
that's comedy, dude. Yeah. That's comedy. You know what? That actually happened as a halftime one time. We were playing like this big giant music expo with like it was like a 40 band thing, like an all day thing with multiple stages and stuff. And
power cut out?
No, dude. They like shut us off in the middle of our set. We were the headliners, dude.
What?
On a Saturday night. It was like an all weekend thing. And it was at the Long Beach Convention Center, dude. And we were on stage, and here's the thing. Time ran out. But we like had so many people there to see us.
Oh,
it was like, and as soon as they stopped us, people started lifting up the security gates, like that were in between the stage. They started and throwing them, dude. Riot police entered the Long Beach Convention Center, dude, and shut everything down.
Patrons were taking them.
Patrons, customers, bro, like people who were watching the show. Ray was probably there too. People were picking up the big metal security dividers in between the stage and the crowd.
Gosh. I'm like envisioning like
In between like the bouncers, you see like the bouncers, the stage, the metal
When
stage.
was that?
He started undoing them, like throwing them, like, dude, it was crazy. It was probably 2005, 2006.
Dang.
Dude, it was insane, bro. Like,
awesome.
at first they shut it off, and then it was funny. At first they shut it off, and then I was pissed, dude, and like as soon as they shut it off, I was in the middle of singing, and like in the middle of the song. They didn't even let us finish the song. You know what I mean? Like,
Damn.
and I got so mad, and I threw the mic on the ground, and I heard the sound guy at the back go, "God damn it, that's my mic!" And, I instantly felt terrible.
Oh,
I was like, shit! Like I threw some third party contractor's mic
like,
on the ground. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wouldn't apologize to the guy.
Yeah.
He was super cool. He was like, dude, I understand. It's all good. I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, bro. Like,
He'll send
you
an
know,
invoice,
dude,
dude.
those 58s are tanks, bro.
Oh,
You like,
dude, 58s are tanks.
you know what I mean? And it was a wood
dude.
stage. It wasn't like it was like landed on metal or anything. You know what I mean? It was all good.
Yeah,
Let's just put it
okay,
that way. It
fair
was all
enough,
good. But yeah, no, it was funny because they shut us down and they turned the power off, and then they turned it back on, and they asked me to like get back on the mic and like try and do crowd control. So I like had to like get up there and like everybody stop. You know what I mean? Like,
get back on and like play the rest of the song.
right, dude, I was hot, bro. I was in my early to mid 20s. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like, so I was all pissed, you know. But it was a pretty interesting experience, I gotta say. You
That's
know what I mean?
pretty
Like,
wild, dude.
yeah, dude. I've played some really great and fun shows myself. You know, I mean, there's nothing like a venue with great sound.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing like a venue with sound guys who know what they're doing.
And like for me
you know?
specifically, like I'm biased, right? Like
Sure.
as like the drummer, I want to be able to just beat the
Get it.
tits out of my drums.
Right.
So like sometimes that doesn't like work if it's like a like concrete room or something. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
Just like it just doesn't work. But like there's certain like have you ever played Doug Fir in Portland?
No.
It's like so it's like underground, right? And all of the walls, including the stage, everything is wood, right?
Really?
And it's like log cabin looking ass wood. right?
Dope.
And like it's a small room. It's like a 500 cap. I can't remember who I was on that tour with, but it was like a 500 cap room, right?
Okay.
And you could just play and like it would just absorb everything. So I was just like, dude, like I can
play. Hit these
You know what I mean?
drums, dude, like-
it wasn't like a big room, so it was such an intimate like.
Nice,
Like,
dude.
it
And you
was
could
a
actually
dope
jam.
show. Oh, dude, it was sick. It was so sick.
That's
But,
cool,
I mean,
dude.
you couldn't be a dick about it, but like,
Of course. I mean,
yeah.
you're not gonna go off, right? You know, that would suck, dude.
Yeah, but it was tight, dude.
That reminds me of a place in Culver City called Bigfoot West. Love this place. Absolutely love this place. And one of my favorite bands, actually like out there, plays there every Sunday night at 8. Well, not right now, but when they open back up, I'm sure they'll be back.
Sure.
And they're called the Get Down Boys. Awesome bluegrass from right here in Southern California, and the place is all it's all wood on the inside.
Damn.
It's very similar. It's got that kind of like rustic like log cabin feel.
That's tight.
You know what I mean? Actually, do you remember the movie Seven Psychopaths?
I've never seen that.
I think like Colin Farrell and Christopher Walken were in it, and a couple of so like they filmed like a couple of scenes like at that place, Bigfoot West. But anyway, that's a really really great venue also. But it just reminded me of that little place in Portland. Is that place in Portland one of your favorite venues, or like you know?
I mean, I mean, as far as like being able to play at
Some of
it,
the
it was
best
tight.
rooms you've ever played in. Give me a couple of the best rooms you've ever played in.
Oh man. Okay, so favorite rooms to play in. They're Troubadour. Troubadour's dope.
Sure.
I love playing Troub as like, especially because like the wood walls again. There's this little place. This is Japanese old fashioned. Freaking Mike, that's my buddy. I play with him all the time.
Nice.
Mike Moody Music. That's
What's
my
up,
boy.
Mike? Ray, Kenny, Miguel, Tiago, good to see you all in the house tonight. Thanks for joining us in the listening room.
Other cool rooms. Yeah, the Wonder Ballroom in Portland was really cool. I don't know why, I just love that one. The Fillmore in San Francisco.
Sure.
That one was a dope venue. And the facilities there. Wow. Have you ever been in any part of that? So they do like government like meetings there too, right?
Okay.
Like they briefings and stuff like that. So in the basement down there, it's it's like like arena status. Like it's carpeted. Like the catering is perfect. Like it's amazing. It's immaculate condition. So if you ever get a chance to get downstairs in the Fillmore, it slaps.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome.
Those would probably be my three or four favorite like rooms to play in though. Those are banging rooms.
Awesome, dude. I love that, man. Yeah, dude, that's fantastic, dude. So look, I want to show everyone out there a little bit of your music. I want to show everyone out there a little bit of what you do, you know, and
Cool.
and we got a nice special surprise tonight. Okay, I'm stoked about this. So we kind of put something together. We put a little fun little thing together for you guys. So Zach and I were going over some stuff about what I wanted on the show, and I told him I wanted him to do a live performance, and he was like, "Well, will you play with me?" And I'm like, "Well, this is kind of about you, you know." And and I was like, "Maybe do whatever you want." So we started talking about some possibilities, and I was like, "Well, why don't you?" get why don't I pick 3 random tunes of mine from one of my albums and put them on, and you jam to 3 random tunes you've never heard before,
Try 'em out.
live on, right here on the show to everyone out there. So Zach's like, let's do it, dude.
Yeah,
Zach's always up for a challenge. I love that,
that's
dude.
right.
I love that, my brother. So we're going to get into that in a little while. But first, I want to show you guys a really great video that Zach got to be a part of.
Oh, yeah.
With a really great musician on YouTube by the name of Dave Days. And Zach played drums on this song.
Just in the video.
Yeah, just in the video. Gotcha.
Yep.
Gotcha. All right, you guys. So here we go. This is Dave Days. All right, now lean a little bit in towards me. Like, let's just move your chair towards me a little bit. Perfect. And you can sit the same way you're sitting.
I've been waiting for this all my
Patty?
life. Standing on the cliff, I wanna jump right now. This is it, just commit, let go. 'Cause where we're going, we don't need no road. So free fall and grab, it's my time to have it. I got this feeling, I got the magic. There'll come a day when the whole world knows. Just give this seed a little time to grow. I've been waiting for this all my life, my life. Used to dream, now I open my eyes, my eyes. I've been waiting for this all my life, my life. I've been waiting for
All right. All right, that was All My Life by Dave Days, featuring on the video actually Zach Zoellner. He actually did the so he was in the video and played the drummer in the video. Apparently Dave does the production himself. So but Zach, look at you acting. I need to get you on some of my punk rock videos, dog.
Geez.
Let's get you. Can you do the whole? Can you do the whole?
Oh, dude, totally, dude.
Oh yeah, let's get on it, dude. Let's do it. Let's do a couple. Awesome, dude. Awesome. So we have a couple of live videos of Zach doing his thing. We're gonna show you guys.
We have one with you on there too.
Yeah, we do. Oh, we do. That's right. We played. Zach and I played with Mr. Crumb and James Key, good friends of ours. He played a really, really cool show at the Lakewood City Hall for the YMCA's annual charity ball.
We did.
It was super fun.
There was a bunch of really cool people there.
Yeah, it was super fun. It was
Food was bomb.
all suit and ties, super good food, really good stuff.
That was a great
all
day.
bunch of really great people. So let's go ahead and real quick. Actually, I want to go in and check in with Miss Daisy and see how Miss Daisy's doing. All right, you guys. All right, we're going to go ahead and show you guys a couple of Zach's tunes here. Let's go ahead and do this. All right, you guys. Let's go ahead and see this one, and then you're going to kind of walk us through what this is after we check it out. All right, here we go. Awesome. Oh, such good stuff. I love that. That was a great one, dude. Okay, so obviously that was
content, I suppose.
Yeah, no, that was fantastic, dude. I absolutely love that one, dude.
Thanks, man.
All right, let's go ahead and check out another one. Here we go.
Oh, this is you, baby.
This is me and you and James and Crumb doing the damn thing. Let's just check your little groove out. Here we go.
Funny thing, I've never heard this song. I don't know this song. Eddie throws it to me. This is what I came up with it.
I do that all the time. Like half the songs you play with me, you've never heard before. Hey, Mom.
Well, I've never been to heaven.
I dig the cross-state groove, dude.
It's weird, like watching yourself. It's like footage, you know what I mean? I'm like dissecting and being like, oh.
Yeah. Dude, it's the same
this
thing.
is bad, dude.
It's the same thing with listening to yourself as a musician. You know what I mean? Like you always dissecting. You know what I mean? And trying to figure out like, oh, what could I do better? What could I have done better there? You know?
Much. I feel that on a spiritual level.
Absolutely. All right, let's check out another one here. Here we go.
Oh yeah, this is the truth. This is with Brett Walsh. So what's tight about this is like this is just like a modulated 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1.
Oh,
Right?
nice.
So when it comes back to the resolve, the boom, 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 it's like then
Dude.
right here's the resolve. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 4, 5, 6, 1, 4, 5. Right?
Dude, I dig his voice too. He's got some pipes, bro.
Brent is like, oh my gosh, he's absolutely the most vocally aware singer I've ever like. He like shapes tone in certain ways. He sounds exactly the same live as he does on his record.
Nice.
He's incredible.
Awesome.
He's a frontman of this band called I the Mighty. They have a lot of really cool stuff that they do too. They were just on tour with, like Amberlin, and they got pulled from tour while this quarantine thing was happening with another big artist. I can't remember who it was, but yeah.
All right, let's check out another one.
This is a drum shed. So my buddy Diego, he makes this video. My buddy Mike's in it. A couple of my friends are in it. Jesse's in it, and we all just shed, right? So what's dope about this is all my friends back here in Hollywood, well, because I wasn't in Hollywood at this time, have these dope setups, right? They got mics and they got everything and it's set up all perfect. I had my sister come in and film me in my parents' basement while I was sitting there for a little bit. That's what we got in the video here, so it should be coming up here in a sec, but it's kind of funny. Yeah, Mariano too. And then I think Jesse's after him. Jesse's got a similar setup to me, but he's just nasty as hell. I love Jesse. One of my good friends.
Yours truly. Sick.
Yep. And there's all this like professional.
I love it, dude.
Oh man, work with what you got, right?
I love it, dude. I love it.
More basement cam footage from the last month.
That's right.
There you
Thank
go.
you, Ray. I appreciate that. I did mute us a little bit ago. So I was talking to. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. We got that. You just. I left us muted after his last video there, but we were just talking about him playing other instruments as well. So, so he mentioned that he plays. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I mean, I play a bunch of instruments. Played keys, guitar, bass. I fiddle around on sax, fiddle around on trombone. I play ukulele. You know, I mean, give me a table, man. I'll make a beat. You know, like it doesn't.
Right.
You know, whatever I can play.
Dude, you know what I would have liked to have put down was that video that you did with the suitcase kit.
Oh, dude, yeah, those are cool videos. Those are really cool videos.
Well, real soon here, Zach will be joining us on one of the live jam sessions on Thursday night with multiple musicians here at the house. So, yeah, we're going to be doing that real soon with Zach as well. And I'm going to see if we can coax him into bringing that suitcase drum kit in, where he uses a suitcase as a kick drum. And explain what that set looks like. Like what's that set like?
So like without giving away all the secrets, it's a suitcase kick drum, and then like a cymbal stack for a snare drum, another cymbal stack for kind of like a hand clap kind of sound. I got a tambourine that's mounted, a little cowbell, like a tiny cowbell that's mounted. Lots of gaff tape.
Yeah.
It's a cool kit though. Like it gets the job done.
That's awesome, dude. That's cool as hell, dude. Well, dude, it's always great to have you on the show. To see you, and dude, I'm really looking forward to seeing you do this thing.
Man,
so
I hope I do you justice, dude. Like,
oh, you're gonna kill it, dude. I'm just stoked that I get to see somebody do some improv. You know what I mean? Somebody who's at your skill level. Just take off, do a little improv, and have fun with it. That's it,
Yeah.
Just like I would like to see, a shredding guitar player just jump off and take 10 minutes and just rip some dope solos.
Dude, yeah,
I'm not saying I want you to rip solos. Just give me some. Just groove. Just groove. You know what I'm saying? I feel you.
Tonight I brought a kick, snare, hi hat. So
very chill set, very minimal set, and I'm looking
easy.
forward to hearing Zach do the damn thing. So we're gonna get ready and do that in a little bit here. And but before we do, I wanted to kind of go back to the beginning here and talk about a little bit about what we're talking about with gratitude. And I wanted to remind everybody that it's imperative to be active in your own mental and emotional health. And I find one of the best ways to do so is to acknowledge and celebrate the things you're grateful for as much as humanly possible. It's why I like to start off my show with some gratitude.
Yeah.
So keep yourselves positive, you guys, and keep yourselves on the right track. Don't allow your minds and your hearts to become society's garbage cans. Watch what you mentally and emotionally ingest. Watch your self-talk. Most of all.
Yeah.
Know you're worthy of your desires. Imagine the possibilities, and develop an emotional connection with the possibilities that you want in your life, not just what you see. Don't live your life based on the past. Based on what you've already experienced, and celebrate that gratitude. Celebrate that gratitude. You know what I mean? And stay on that positive.
Be thankful, man. Be thankful.
Absolutely. All right, you guys. So we're gonna get ready and go ahead and do a live performance from Mr. Zachary Zoellner in just a moment here. But before we do, let's go ahead and check in with Miss Daisy one more time.
She's funny.
Yeah, she just napping away, isn't she? Yeah. So I'm sure she'll probably wake up here in a minute when he starts playing the drums, but that should be all right. All right, so you about ready to do this, my man?
Yeah, let's hang.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this now. Before we do, you guys, I want to leave you guys. We're gonna be right back with Zach's live performance right here in the listening room, and. In the meantime, you guys, I'm going to leave you guys with Bucket Man.
We met this guy.
Yes, dude, Zach was with me. Zach was with me that day.
Yes,
it was Zach's very
one
first ride on the one wheel.
And I ate shit.
Yes, right before that. I mean, like right before we saw Bucket Man.
Like I popped up from eating shit and went, "Yo, Eddie.
There's a dude playing yeah, dude.
Like, let's go look at it." You're like, "Dude, are you okay?" I'm like, "No, like let's go see this guy."
Yeah, no, like it was awesome, dude. Yeah, and crazy surprising thing was we were doing at least I'd say 13, maybe 14 miles an hour, and he fell, and there wasn't like not a torn pant leg, not a scraped knee. You had a little road rash on your back, but it wasn't, dude. I have fallen and done absolute horrific things to myself at those one wheel falls, dude. And you like popped up like it wasn't nothing,
That's what it
Oh,
is,
bro,
man.
I thought you hit your head when you hit the ground, bro. The sound it made, it was just like. But I saw you actually slap the ground right before your head hit the ground.
Yourself, so you
pushed yourself. Yeah, I noticed you kind of gave yourself that. Dude,
motorcycles, man.
be careful. Yeah.
For real.
Be careful. All right, well, we'll be right back with Mr. Zachary Zoellner, his live performance. And in the meantime, Bucket Man. That was the jam, bro. I loved it, dude.
Call me the bucket man.
Hey, I love. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Zachary Zoellner.
Let's hear him, Eddie.
Can we germinate the seeds of love again? Light the candle now and cover up the flame. Can we germinate the seeds of love again? Oh, baby, come with me and I'll find us a shelter from
Make it more track.
the wind. Can we hold up on our shoulders, love? Hearts that we lift above. All else is none. Oh, can you tell me that the timing's right? Hold out over time to go so slowly by. Can we germinate the seeds of love again? Light the candle now and cover up the flame. Can we germinate the seeds of love again? Baby, come with me and I'll find us a shelter from the wind. Ooh, like a fire started burning.
What do you got going there?
Like Lady Liberty's light can't blow it aside. Can we focus on the here and now? Live in the moment somehow. Day by night, strike by flight, we go. Can we germinate the seeds of love again? Light the candle now and cover up the flame. Can we germinate the seeds of love again? Baby, come with me and I'll find us a shelter from the wind. When it's so close to home and the questions table, how far around till you open the door? Can we water it now? Can we germinate the seeds of love again? Light the candle now and cover up flame. Oh, can we germinate the seeds of love again? Light the candle now and cover up the flame. Can we germinate the seeds of love again? Baby, come with me and I'll find us a shelter from the wind. Oh, baby, come with me and I'll find us a shelter from the wind.
Man, something happened there in the middle, and I was like, "Oh man, like, what are you doing with this?" I heard something different come through the speakers.
When I was a little bit younger, yeah, bouncing all around, didn't know life could be so polarizing. It can take it all out of you. Read it into something sweet and new. How about a flower? How about a dove? How about putting love back in my heart? Baby?
I guess more track.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. How about the blood coming from that stone? How about picking back up from you lit up it on? And I can feel your kisses. When I was a little bit bolder now, racing all around, giving all of me. I wasn't deterred from my waking once and you. Chalk it up to you, can lead me back through. How about a flower? How about a dove? How about putting love back in my heart? Oh yeah, 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 yeah. How about the blood coming from that stone? How about picking back up from you lit up it on? I can feel your kisses. Make it right again. Thank you for your time. Makes me feel like
butchering these for you. I'm so sorry.
I'm loving it, dude. You're awesome.
Oh,
man.
dude.
All right, you ready for number 3?
Oh, yeah.
Let's get it.
Tippy tap game.
Here we go.
Building blocks for the future. Our minds at work in the middle of a rainstorm. Oh, can you open your eyes and peep humanity's finest in the shape of a staircase going up to the top of your pretty little dreams? Open your minds and let the beautiful voices sing. Play hard and live like there's nothing left to lose. Tomorrow's getting brighter and the storms are passing through. I've got all the time in the world. Wave and smile to the girls. Your dream seems beautiful, but I've got to be moving on. I've got all the time in the world. Sing and play for the girls. Your colors seem hard to find, but I can't bend the thrill so far. Use my time for a minute. I must solve things with the quiet of the dawn light. Or you can listen to things to help you paint a better picture of the monarch. The butterfly smile and open up your mind. Beautiful as can be. When I hope that it's as lovely when I sing to you. Like to stand out in the rain. All the time in the world. Wave and smile to the girls. Your dream seems beautiful, but I've got to be moving on. I've got all the time in the world. Sing and play for the girls. Your colors seem hard to find, but I can't bend the thrill so far. All the time in the world. Wave and smile to the girls. Your dream seems beautiful, but I've got to be moving on. I've got all the time in the world. Sing and play for the girls. Your colors seem hard to find, but I can't bend the thrill so far. All the time in the world. Wave and smile to the girls. Your dream seems beautiful, but I've got to be moving on. I've got all the time in the world. Sing and play for the girls. Your colors seem hard to find, but I can't bend the thrill so far. All the time in the world. Wave and smile to the girls. Your dream seems beautiful, but I've got to be moving on. I've got all the time in the world.
Ray says you could have gave him easy ones. No, Ray. I don't think I could. No, actually, these are relatively easy, right, Zach?
Yeah, they're, yeah.
I had a lot of fun with you today, my brother. Thank you so much for Zach Zoellner for being on the show today.
Thank you so much.
Tomorrow at 6:30, we'll have Mr. Tim Cruz. On Friday, we'll have Mr. Kevin Cablo. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching the listening room today. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you all. Love you all. Thanks for being a part of the listening room tonight. My name is Eddie Booze. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notifications, and give the video a like. We'll see you guys every Monday through Friday right here at 6:30. Take care.